Oh my god, these are so stiff. Wrangler 13 MWZ, original fit, 32 by 32. And this random Hanes US grown cotton heavyweight t-shirt. They call it a beefy tee. I think it was like $8. I needed a black tee, so I decided to try it out. They're so stiff. That's amazing. This is basically raw. This is so stiff. That's interesting. I like that. I believe this is a 14.75 ounce material, much like this Wrangler Sherpa jacket. Beautiful. Both of these things are. Look at this. The original cowboy cut by Wrangler. 32 by 32 size. These will shrink. I am actually gonna wash them at some point. Maybe I won't do it immediately, maybe I will. We'll see how they fit first. And yeah, they'll probably shrink up a bit. I usually like to size up in the waist with jeans because I like having enough room in the thighs for my thighs. Rubber kind of patch, which is better than the paper patch that Levi's uses, but not as nice as leather. And look how cleanly this is done. If I can even turn it with one hand. The inside is very cleanly done. Of course, it's not selvage, but that really doesn't matter too much. I mean, I love selvage, but it's not always necessary. Pockets are up high. Chain stitching on the inside around the seat. Very beautifully done. I'm loving these already. This big pocket here. Big coin pocket. The pocket bags seem quality. Very stiff pocket bags. Feels natural, like a cotton. Made in Mexico, 100% cotton. 32 by 32. These are the Wrangler 13 MWZ. The zipper looks good. Has a little boot icon there. Here's the weave of the broken twill. Nice roomy proportions, like in the thigh, which I really need. Around the thighs. And I did decide I will in fact be washing these because I did buy them intentionally with the idea of shrinking them down. It is a raw denim. It will shrink, especially depending on how you decide to wash and dry them. And after I wash and dry these, I'll go around and get these things snipped off. Just some loose threads and cotton. And another interesting thing to note is that the seams are the opposite on these Wranglers than they are on most jeans. This seam is usually on the inside. As you can see, this is the outside. And then this seam is usually on the outside. And of course with jeans, if you want to lose as little bit of the dye as possible and not get weird kind of markings through the washer and dryer, keep them inside out. Some people try to avoid the spin cycle as well, so that it doesn't get those weird creases inside of the denim where it kind of fades in weird lines. But I'm just going to throw it into a gentle wash on warm water and then probably high heat dryer. I love this raw, starchy kind of feel, which it'll lose a bit after a wash and dry, but that's okay. And with these pocket bags, a lot of people complain that they're a bit shallow, a bit small. In my opinion, they're pretty much perfect. I've had Naked and Famous jeans, and those have pretty small pockets, I would say. These are basically perfect. They're definitely smaller than Levi's, but Levi's I consider large. Not too large, they're just large. And I don't think it's entirely necessary. This is perfect. And bear in mind, this Wrangler jean is a raw denim, but it is not unsanforized. So it is a sanforized denim. It won't shrink as much as an unsanforized raw denim like Levi's, both unsanforized and raw, whereas the Wrangler is just raw but sanforized. You'll still probably get a good inch or so shrink out of the length. Maybe, I'm not too sure about the width, but the width should shrink as well a little bit. Just two amazing pairs of jeans. And after the wash, it came out looking pretty similar to the Wrangler Sherpa jacket, which I'm sure is the same material, but the Sherpa jacket comes in a pre-wash, whereas these come raw, and of course you wash them yourself if you'd like to, which I would typically recommend since they're somewhat of a shrink to fit, I would say. The amount that they shrank is definitely noticeable, and they look way better now.